was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. Without you by my side, I can't survive. And this can be the end. I won't just settle for being your friend. Our broken bond is not too late to mend. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. She said, boy, I want you to walk right, so I can give you one more chance. You're only living in your damn head. Without you by my side, I can't survive. I need you to survive. Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
Hey everybody, there's a lot of people hopping on and off, so I'm just gonna start. Sorry I'm early. Well, sorry, not sorry. I have to eat soon. It's been a long week. A long time. It's been a long time since I did videos on here, alive. Number one, because I had moved out of my place and everything's in storage. Number two, I was abroad for a while and I wanted to do like content about being abroad, but I got sick. And so I didn't want to do anything because when you're sick, you don't want to do crap. So that got canned. So I really have been quiet because I've been waiting for Big Mood to come out, which it did. And I binged all episodes in like an evening, which is really easy to do because there's like 6 episodes. So there's not really that much. And then, yeah, there's not really been that much to talk about. I'm still kind of like feeling not great. I've been going to the ear, nose, and throat doctor because I've been trying to figure out what the F is wrong with me because for a month now, almost a month now, it's like 5 days until a month where my sinuses have been like terrible. And it's getting to me now. Like it's messing with my mental at this point. So I'm getting like allergy tested and going from there basically. But like I have not been able to breathe out of one side of my nose for a long time. And it's really messing with my head. But anyway, that's why it's been a while. I just got back into the country for medical stuff that I needed to do like 2 weeks ago. So yeah, but I wish I had like international content for you guys, but just because I wasn't feeling good for like half the time I was there, I was just like, yeah, no, I'm just gonna scrap it. Hi, I'm okay. Besides, what I just said, everything's good, all good. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about that first, and I wrote down notes so I don't forget what I want to talk about because it's hard for me sometimes to keep everything straight in my head. So I wrote down notes, but I really want to talk about Big Mood for the people who've watched it or haven't watched it because I just love that show. And season 2 was really, really great. Like Nicola's acting was crazy good. Oh, by the way, have you guys seen her promos for SNL UK? She looks flipping amazing and I hope you can see it. So that's her promo that came out today. And she looks really good. Girl, you look good. Bitch, you look good. Bitch, you look good. Like, I looked at it and I'm like, is that a bra on the outside of the shirt? I'm not mad at it, but it's just funny. I don't think so. I think it's just like a part of the outfit, but she looked good. She looks snatched and she looks ready to go. Yes, she's always gorgeous in pictures. So I'm glad to see like she has a little bit of the glow back. That kind of like, the more I talk, you guys, the more my nose gets plugged up. So excuse me if you hear stuff and if I start sounding nasally. It's just my life for the past month. Sorry. Anyway, so yeah, about those pictures, I know people keep hopping on and off. I don't know if people aren't done with work yet or whatever. I just couldn't do this live later because I had stuff to do. But I'm going to start with the pictures. So I deleted my original post of Jake with that other girl because I don't know where it came from. Somebody sent it to me and I tried to figure out where it came from and I couldn't. So I just removed that because if it's not recent or if I don't know if it's recent, then it is what it is. But I left the picture up of her with the ring. I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, if that pic was old, that's fine. It might just be someone trying to cause issues in the fan base again because there's nothing going on. And when people get bored, they like to stir up stuff that isn't true. So I deleted that post. And I will say that, yeah, the first picture probably wasn't recent. But again, I don't know. So what I'm not going to back down on is the ring picture because number one, let me see if I can find it though while I'm talking. It was a recent screen grab from a video that she was doing for SNL UK. And to me, the bottom part of the ring is more narrow than the top where the crown is. And it just looked like the bottom part was facing out because her hand was like this, but the ring was facing this way. So when she turns her hand like this, it's facing outward from her body. And that's just something that I just noticed. Again, it's not that deep. People really get mad about this stuff. I'm like, chill out. It's fine. There's no reason to get your panties in a wad. It's just something I noticed, and I thought it was interesting because also, you know how Luke is all on Antonia's D on her Instagram. Every time she posts, he's like there in an instant liking it. It took him 4 whole days to like her most recent post on Instagram. I can just imagine her though, allegedly. I can just imagine her bugging him until he likes her picture. Like, that's what I did in my 20s when I had a boyfriend. Why aren't you liking my picture? Did you see my picture? I can imagine her doing that because he didn't like it for like 4 entire days. He hasn't liked any of Nick's posts, which is interesting. Like a lot of the recent posts she's done. So I'm not on here to talk about Nicola though. I'm just on here to talk about interesting things that I've noticed crop up recently. Honestly, I would just love them both to be single and like live their lives. Like, I don't know why people feel like they have to like be linked to somebody. I don't know. But anyhow, it was just weird. But yeah, I took that photo down of Jake and that girl. Because yeah, I didn't know where it was from when it was taken. It just got shown to me. But yeah, the ring, I don't know. I'll have to see another picture of Nicola wearing her ring, like a recent photo like the SNL one, to confirm that that is in fact what I'm seeing. But I'm trying to find it on here. But yeah, like it's just interesting alignments, I guess you would say, that I've been noticing. And other people, I guess, have been noticing too. But again, I haven't really been keeping up with this stuff. I just see it in passing a lot of the time. Or like if somebody tells me about something or if someone DMs me something. So, oh, here it is. Okay, let me share my screen. I don't know if the picture is going to be big enough, but this one's more clear. So this is where the ring picture came from. Share screen. I hope you guys can see it. Okay, so this is the picture of her, and the ring is actually face the bottom of the heart. It looks like the point of the heart is facing the tip of her finger, which means it would be facing out from her when she holds her hand normally. I'm going to try to zoom in on this just to prove my point, because I don't like being told I'm wrong when I'm seeing something right in front of my face. So if I'm wrong, I'll admit it though. But let me see. I'm going to save the image and see if this will work. Sorry, you're going to see my downloads for a minute. I don't have anything in my downloads. Nice try. Okay. So let me try to zoom in on this. There we go. Whoop. Okay, there it is. So I'm going to put a box around it for you peoples. This part down here where my mouse is, that's the top where the crown is. The part here closer to the tip of her finger, I believe, is the bottom of the heart. Now, that's what I'm seeing. If anyone sees differently, that's fine. But the top where the crown is looks much more chunky and wide, and that's closer to her knuckle. When people wear a clotted ring, if the bottom of the heart is facing in towards their knuckle, towards their body, that means they're taken. In this photo that I'm seeing right here, it seems as if the pointiest part is facing out towards her fingertips away from her. I'm just going to say that's what I'm seeing. And that means when the ring is in that position, that they aren't with anyone. Now, it's hard to see because when you zoom in, it does get blurry. But if I zoom back out, I can still tell that the pointiest part is toward her fingertip. So, like, I don't know. You can think what you want to think about it. I think a lot of people have been pushed so far to one side of the extreme or the other that when someone presents a gray area anymore, they immediately get defensive. Oh, that's not right. She's with Jake. It's not right. Blah. I'm not saying she's with Luke, dude. I'm saying she's with nobody because the way her ring is facing, which I'm all for that. I mean, I'd love to see a single Nicola. Yes, queen, rock it. I want to see you live your best life. But also, people get so angry. I'm like, it's not that deep, dude. Don't get mad when it's like the days of the Lucula train that we were all on, you know, when somebody said something against Lucula, everyone got a defensive, right? And started to get mad. And now we're so far at the end of the other end of the spectrum that when people say something about her that goes against the current situation that people know to be true now, again, people get defensive. And it's just like, it's okay. Things change. People change and things change. That's like, remember when, I remember when she was talking in a big mood interview about astrology and people were like, she just completely did a 180 from the astrology she was talking about on the world tour. Yes, that is absolutely true. I remember those interviews about her talking about astrology and how she was like, she seemed really into it because she knew a lot about the astrological signs and everything. And then in the big moon interview that happened recently, she was just like, yeah, I don't know if I believe in all that stuff. I don't know. Like, she did a flip-flop and people lost their mind. And I'm just here to say, don't lose your mind over stuff like this. It's supposed to be in good fun. This is why I stopped that's why one of the reasons why I stopped talking about them as a unit a long time ago. I'm just talking about it now because I saw this photo and I noticed with my eyes that her ring, the pointy part of the ring is pointed out away from her body towards the end of her fingers out. The top of the ring is chunkier because that's where the crown is, and that's closer to her knuckle. This way. If I could find another picture of her with the ring that it used to be the other way, I could try and search for that, but it's going to take a long time. Anyway, yeah, that's what I see. So you're not going to talk me out of what I see on this. This was an actual photo taken from the reading, which was very recent. It was not an obscure photo like the Jake one was, which I removed. That was obscure. We didn't know about it. This is from the SNL reading, very recent. And this is her. It's not AI. I saw the video clip of her rehearsing with them. So this is real. And the ring, to my eyes, is pointed. The pointy part of the bottom of the heart is pointed toward her fingers. So that's what I see. I'm not going back on that. You can argue, but it's clear as day in that picture to me. Now, okay. I'm going to read your comments. I know there's only one person commenting right now, but I see a lot of other people in here. So thank you for coming. Welcome. Feel free to comment. About SNL UK, I am happy about her. Jake didn't post anything about it either except the date posts. Yeah, I think, again, they just try to stay as private as possible, all of them, as a group. I just thought it was funny that Luke didn't like Antonia's post until like 4 days later. That's why in my head, I just imagine her bugging him. Oh, you didn't like my picture? Did you see my picture? What is your interpretation of the ring? Yep, we just went through that. The relationship is just not giving her anything peaceful. Instead, it gives her anxiety and stress. It's her energy. Maybe. Who knows? But I hope that... I just don't think she has any business going out with someone so far her junior. Like, I get it. Age gap relationships can work. I'm not dissing age gap relationships. But literally a 13-year difference is extreme. I've always said it's extreme. It's still extreme. And even if a younger person is mature enough in mind to have a deep, committed relationship, it doesn't necessarily mean that their lifestyle choices align or anything else aligns. Someone can be mature and you still don't align on stuff, and I just don't see it, but that's just me. 3 days after the post, Luke finally liked it. She posted it on her stories, but after a whole 3 days he liked it. That is heroin bugging him. I really do think she was bugging him to like it. Allegedly. Like, I just, she's like a 20-something. I'm pretty sure. I think we are going to be sure if Jake is an SNL or not, because Nicola said, I guess she can invite people with limited tickets. She already said Camilla is coming. I hope it's all her girlfriends, like Lydia and Camilla and some other people. JVN, I don't know, because he's American, but he might fly to see her. That would be cool. I love him, seeing him with her. He is also posting some random songs. Yeah, he posts songs all the time, though. That's nothing new. I hope she just throws that ugly ring to the trash. I don't know where the ring came from. We all think that she got it on world tour, but I don't know, because I wasn't invested in it like that, in the ring, because I know she has a few of them. That's not the only clotted ring she has. But yeah. Anyway, I just wanted to say that, because what people aren't going to do is come at me when I'm seeing something with my own eyes. That's quite literally what it is. I am interested what's going on. It's been a long time. I'm sure everyone is still interested, but there's nothing really going on. It's been quiet. And I think that's why, like, someone tried to stir something up with that Jake photo, which I now, again, have deleted. But the ring photo is what's getting me. The ring photo is what's getting me. Because I know that ring is facing out, because the narrowest part of it is facing her fingertips. You can see in the photo that I just shared. And the crown is the thicker part. And it looks to be closer to her knuckle. Oh, she has a ring that has a J letter in the middle of it. Oh, I didn't know that. See, this is how out of the loop I am. I didn't know about that ring. I really don't care to see that ring or even have anything to do with it. I'm talking about this thing. Whoop, not that one. Where'd it go? This thing-a-lang. This thing-a-lang. The pointy part is pointed toward her fingernail. That's the bottom of the heart. So anyway, you're not going to change my mind. I think the ring is flipped. The crown is near her knuckle. The bottom of the point of the heart is near her fingernail, which means it's pointed out from her body. So, but no one's going to know if anything happens anyway, you guys, because they're not major celebrities, as much as like the direct fandom would like to think that. They're not major celebrities. No one outside of the UK really knows who these people are at this point, except maybe Nicola. That's a maybe, because she's done so much since Bridgerton. But if anything happens in their private lives, no one's going to, because the paparazzi doesn't care. I mean, people don't, like, there's plenty of other celebs that people care way more about. So if anything happens, it's not going to be a huge announcement. It's going to be little clues like this. And I'm interested to know why she was wearing that ring, if she knew she was going to be photographed. Like, does she want people to talk? Maybe. Did she not think about it and she just wore it? Maybe. I don't know. All I'm saying is the top of the ring, that's the thicker part of the crown, is near her knuckle. And you know it's the top. Now, the bottom. This is why I'm saying this. The bottom of the top part is not pointy. The bottom of a heart is pointy, you guys. The pointy part is near her fingernail. So, again, not changing my mind. I think that she flipped the ring around and that it's now facing out. She might not be with Jake anymore. But we know this. Luke is probably still with Antonia because his ass liked her post after she probably bugged him to like it after 4 days. But I still think him and Nick are kind of just like, they're not as close as they used to be. I will still say that. Yeah, also I think Luke and Antonia breaking up this year, the relationship is not going anywhere. It's just my intuition. Yeah, we can all have our gut feelings. I am so uninvested with them at this point though. I just am excited for Nicola and her career because she's doing a lot. And I'm kind of like, girl, chill, take a vacation or something. Because like she just did the Magical Faraway Tree. She did Bridgerton. She did some voiceover stuff. She did Big Mood season 2. Now she's doing this SNL UK. I'm like, girl, you need to calm down. But I get it. Because like if you're a later in life success story, there's been a whole bunch of time before that where you were struggling. And like, I think she has this workaholic mentality because she doesn't want to go back to the struggle bus, which I totally get it. I get it, girl. But you also need to chill out and relax once in a while. I think the SNL thing, and I wrote this down too, I would love to see if like SNL UK did a skit with Nicola about like the shipping or her ring. Maybe that's why she was wearing the ring. Or like a skit about what's going on, like regarding the rumors around her and everything. Because SNL US does that a lot with their celebrity guests. They poke fun at the rumors swirling around them or their personal lives. And if they do that with Nicola, then that would be kind of like confirmation for me that if they're making jokes about it, that it's not true. So it'll be interesting to see that. I don't know if I'll be able to see SNL UK in the US. I think like we might have to bootleg it somehow or just see clips like on YouTube. But if you do have access to SNL UK and you watch it, just watch out for like skits with her that poke fun at the rumors going around or her personal life stuff. Because if SNL does that and they make fun of stuff like that, then it's usually like because it's not true. They're like making fun of like the rumors and the fans and everything. So that'll be interesting to see. It's tomorrow, right? Yeah, today's Friday. Okay, so now that I've talked about all that, gotten that out of the way. And I'm gonna post that picture again. If I ever find another picture of her wearing that same Clawdog ring, in the other direction, I'm gonna post it in my community tab. Because I'm trying to prove that it's the other way around. Okay. Yeah, it's hard to find a picture of her wearing it. This is a TikTok of it. When was this made? That's facing towards her. I don't know when that was made. See, I have to get a picture where I know like what the date of the picture was, but you can't just Google search Nicola Coughlan Clawdog ring because it doesn't, it's like you have to catch it on her in like these moments where these candid moments where it's not staged, because she doesn't wear it to like these events. She doesn't wear it to premieres or whatever. It's just whenever she's caught like not in a formal arrangement, I'll say. But yeah, that is why Luke can be a good comp person to her, because he can say, yeah, we should go to vacation. You need some rest. I don't think they are going to do that. They're going to talk about everything other than her personal life. She doesn't want what other than mentioning Luke. So that's my whole point. What I was saying, if they do mention Luke, or if they do mention her personal life, or do a skit like that, then that, in my mind, that means that all this stuff isn't true, because she had to give the okay for that, right? So I'm going to see if they do anything like that. It'll be interesting. Okay, so big mood. I don't know if anyone has seen season 2, but I freaking loved season 2. It was a lot different from season 1. Season 1 was really more like chaotic and crazy. And like season 2, she's apparently fixed her medication. Let me see if I can share this. She's apparently, fixed her medication dose. She's stable. So season 2 was really like all about her friendship with Eddie. And I don't like the character that they brought in. I think that was the goal, though. Like, Camilla's goal was to make the audience not like the character of Eddie's new friend, who she met in California when she was in that terrible mindset. But it was like, it's funny because it was like a woo-woo hippie chick, and the show was making fun of, all these influencers and stuff who are into all that spiritual stuff. And I thought that was pretty genius to do, because the character was literally an influencer, but like a fake spiritual influence, like a lot of them are, you know what I mean? But, just doing it for the money, for the profit, whatever. But she had Eddie convinced that she was her new best friend, and that Maggie was the problem. And she was basically telling Eddie to dump Maggie as a friend. Now, I think her name was Maggie, right? Nicola's character. My God, I don't know why I can't remember this. Anyway, I think so. So that happened in like at the end of the very first episode, I believe. And if you haven't watched this yet, I am going to be talking about it. So there's spoilers. So if you haven't watched it, first of all, what are you doing with your life? It's literally free to watch on Tubi. It's not even any cost to you like Netflix is. So go watch it. It's only 6 episodes, 6 or 8. Nicola's acting in this season was top freaking tier. And I read a review about it that actually praised her acting range. And it's true. Like, she can literally go from happy and just normal to distraught and like emotional in like 0.02 seconds. And it just really shows Nicola's talent. And I really think that her working with a friend like Camilla lets her be less self-conscious and more free with her acting and what she's doing. And I feel like, and it makes her more comfortable too. I feel like you can tell she's more comfortable in this show, being around like cast and producer and crew that she's super close with. So yeah, that I don't like the whole like hippy dippy influencer angle like that. I think the character just really got under my skin and bugged me, and that's why I didn't like it. But it was also like kind of a solid choice for the storyline. We don't see as much of Maggie's mental stuff this season because, again, she's more stable with her medication being fixed. I think that it's important that happened this season. A lot of people will probably be like, oh, it was boring because she wasn't having hallucinations and she wasn't doing. But I think it's important, and props to Camilla. Again, Camilla needs to get more recognition as like a show creator because she's really good at it. And I think it's important that characters like that with mental illnesses have dynamics and they're not just one-sided, because if it's just one-sided all the time, it perpetuates the stigma of the mental illness. And I think Camilla does a really good job of not just showing that side of it, but showing the other side where if people are properly medicated and taken care of, that they can be normal and they can have a normal life, like everyone else, and have issues with friends and family outside of their illness, right? So I really, really liked that this season. I also liked that they showed Maggie's father. She had dinner with him. And her father were apparently like estranged for years. They never talked. Ugh, sorry. Side note, this is not sponsored, but I love Just Water and I hate plastic. This comes in like a carton. I'm waiting for my reverse osmosis filter to come in, but until then I'm drinking out of these. So get that. It's better for you than plastic. Anyway, so Maggie and her father had dinner together. And that's really when Nicola's like range shone. It was just the dynamics of her emotions in that one dinner with her estranged father was crazy. I'm like, this girl really needs to like break into like mainstream like movies and stuff. And I hate that like there's still a stigma around like thick, curvy women in the industry. Like, who that you know that's bigger has gotten to the A-list? Melissa McCarthy? Maybe. She's a comedian. She got to the A-list of comedians. I can't think of anyone else. What's her name? Wilson, the Australian actress. She lost all the weight though. Like, you know, but she got up there. But it's always the comedy actresses who are thicker who make it. There's never, like, that I've seen, rarely, there's never really a dramatic A-list bigger actress. There's never really like, you know, it's always the comedy because the big girl's always funny, right? The big girl, you know, and that's something that I've seen in real life too. It's like, you know, the bigger girl, it's like they're incredibly funny, but they always say, and this is what a lot of them always like say on social media in real life, like, I have to be funny because that's all people thought I had to offer, right? So it's annoying, but I really hope she breaks into more genres and gets bigger because her acting talent is immense and I really freaking love seeing it. So I'm going to go back to your comments. Let me see what you guys are saying real quick. See, when I stop talking about Lucla and stuff, the views drop. I'm sorry, guys. I'm not going to keep talking about them because there's nothing to talk about. And when there is, like these little photos that I'm seeing, I'll mention it. But until there's something to talk about that's set in stone and big, like, I'm not. So I'm not talking about... Oh, I already read that. Okay, never mind, guys. No, there weren't any comments after that. Okay, but if you want to talk about Big Mood, feel free to comment about that too. But I think that you're doing yourself an injustice if you only liked them for Bridgerton season 3 because Nicola is fabulous at her craft. Big Mood is such a good show. Anyway, so other than that, I think this season of Big Mood kind of moved slower though, just because there was less going on. Like the show opened with a wedding that she was a bridesmaid in. And I was like, wait, whose wedding is this? What is this? It wasn't exactly clear. So it kind of starts off slow, but if you can get past that, then it's a really good season. But it starts slow. The first episode is really slow paced. But again, I'm not going to go too much into it. I don't want to spoil anything. But It's an amazing season. If you haven't watched season 1, you kind of should watch season 1 before season 2, because then you'll understand what her and Eddie's relationship is like and has progressed to thus far. But yeah, other than that, I don't really have anything else. I just wanted to talk about Big Mood. I wanted to give it praise. If Camilla or anyone else sees my lives, which I doubt, but if you do, hey girl, hey, you're doing a great job. I love the show. I think more people should know about the show because it is very good, and the way that it portrays mental illness is very respectful, I think, in my opinion. But yeah, that's all I'm doing really, guys, is stating facts about what I see in that photo. I see the ring pointed out towards her again. I'm not changing my mind on that unless I see another photo that is recent, like I'm talking about after that one was taken of her rehearsing, and it's the other way. Maybe she just absentmindedly put it on and it was pointed towards her. That could be. That could be. But all I know is in that photo, it's pointed away from her. But yes, so if there's nothing else going on, though, I don't have anything else to say. I really do wish I got content from, because I was in Costa Rica, so it was really fun. I stay there for a long time, every now and then. I was there for about a month, and then I came back, unfortunately. But I'm hoping that I can go back again after all this medical stuff clears up. Anyway, you know how it is. It's draining. But yeah, I thank you guys for commenting. All of you who did comment. It really has been slowing down kind of, because like people don't, like, we don't care anymore. A lot of people don't care anymore. We moved on with our lives from the Luke and Nick thing. I just saw that picture and I thought it was I was like, oh, that's interesting. The ring picture. But again, there's nothing else really to say on it unless something else comes out of it. Like, all I can say about that picture is that the ring is facing the other way now. That's all I can say about it. I can't say she's with someone else. I can't say she's with Luke. I can't say she's not with Jake. Like, I can't say any of that. But all I can say factually is the ring is pointed out. So, do with that what you will. But yeah, Big Mood 2, fabulous. I give it, like, on a scale of 1 to 10, I give it like an 8.5. It's really good. There's some things about it that, but it's not going to be a perfect 10 every time. But if you like season 1, you'll like season 2. You just have to get through the first episode, which is kind of slow. And Nicola's funny. She's funny in it. Like, she's funny, she's dramatic. Like, it's a whole range that she's doing in there. So I feel like she should win a BAFTA for something. Because she's been nominated before, but I don't think she's won anything. But yeah. Anyway, I'm going to run because I'm very, very hungry. And I haven't eaten since earlier. But I just wanted to hop on and do this live because I just really want you guys to try and keep an open mind of the other stuff that they're working on besides the Bridgerton thing, besides the Luca thing, like besides all that. Because I know it was big. We were all there. But things are different right now. So give Big Mood a shot. It's free. It's on Tubi. Go watch it. Report back. Tell me if you liked it or not. And yeah, I guess I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to be doing more investigations with my group, paranormal group here. So that'll be cool. I'm going to really try to do videos about those investigations. But hopefully before the end of this year, I can go abroad again. I'm just not, everything's up in the air right now. So the world is crazy. Take a breath, live your life, because we're not guaranteed tomorrow, and just go do your thing and everything will be fine. All right, I gotta run, guys. Thanks for hopping on for those of you who did, and I will see all of you later. Bye, everybody.